This might be the best new feature that Claude has launched since it came out. I've been testing it all day, and I've got to say, it's left me absolutely speechless. If you don't know what just dropped, it is essentially a new feature inside of Claude Cowork, which now allows you to teach a Claude skill to Claude with a video recording. So all you need to do is record your screen whilst you complete a task, talk through the task as you go, just like you do if you are filming a Loom video to onboard a new employee, and Claude will turn this into a skill which it can run again and again and again. For the demo of this video, I'm going to show you content ideation. So how to recreate viral YouTube outliers using this Claude skill. And you can also replicate the same thing for X. And you could also replicate the same thing for Instagram or whatever if you use the desktop application. So I'm going to go into Claude. I'm going to create a new chat. If it's in my YouTube strategy folder or has access to the instructions on a local folder, it's going to be able to know what my strategy is, which is also important. I'm going to click on the plus button, click record a skill, and start recording. My microphone's on, and I'm just going to start speaking to it. Hey, this is the process that I use to find viral outlier videos. So firstly, I go onto these AI accounts. I'll use Nate Herc as an example. He's absolutely crushing in the AI space right now, but you could do this across a variety of accounts. And I'll say to Claude, I am scrolling through his page right now. Analyze the videos that performed the best over the last 2 months. So the archetypes that are currently working. Basically what I do is I look and I see outliers. So, Opus 4.8 just dropped, that got 166. That was probably because the video was more timely. This one got 331. Clearly, Ultimate Second Brain is a topic that's working. This did really well. So Claude plus money did really well. How Claude is creating a new generation of millionaires. Then basically what I do is once I find the outlier videos, then I will go onto the video. I will take the link. I will then go onto Notebook LM. I'll put the link of the video in. So if I click on it now, it'll auto-generate a transcript, or copy and paste it. Then do this for all of the outlier videos. Then tell me why each video worked, and then suggest spin-offs which are similar, which take the same ethos but are spun in a different way, so we're not competing with Nate's semantic lane on YouTube. And then basically, I would take that information and I would use that to generate content ideas, and then I would use my video production skill, which is already saved into Claude, to flesh out a full script. So I'll click done. I think something really powerful is actually training Claude to copywrite using this strategy, because you can essentially record a video and update the skill every single time based on new information. For example, I write tweets every morning for my X account. If I sat down every single morning and did this process with Claude and explained why I'm writing it like this, why I'm making the hook like this, why I'm doing the work anyway. Now I'm just recording and saying it out loud. I'm basically training the agent. I mean, it's no different to if you had a human employee. They would sit at your desk. If I was training a copywriter in person, they would sit at my desk and I would teach them and they'd learn from me and I give them feedback on their work. It's the same process. You're just doing it with Claude. I really think this on screen right now is the best mental model to use, because this is literally the exact same thing you're doing just with Claude. All right, so it's distilled my entire process. So how I use outlier research, it now knows how to gather the candidate set and detect outliers, and it's created the skill. So I'll save the skill. Now let's actually put it into practice. So I'll say, now use the skill to come up with video ideas for Claude tutorial content. So what's really cool is it's actually scanning a bunch of channels now on YouTube. And remember, just like training an employee, you're only going to get out what you give. The more information you give, the more feedback you give, the more you scrutinize, the more you're going to be able to effectively automate. All right, it says the channel baselines are in, several monster small channel outliers already visible. Interested to see what it comes up with. All right, now the idea it came up with is hilariously an idea that I almost exactly have in my Notion, because I think it's an outlier, and that was based on data my team found. So Claude Code explained zero coding required, and obviously you can have it for traders, like a variant, which is pretty cool. I spent 1,000 hours using Claude for crypto research. I think that's a good idea. And then it came up with a bunch of other ideas. How I use Claude Code, 6 months of Claude Code lessons in 27 minutes, very viral format. Hopefully you enjoyed this video today. I think this is a very cool feature. You should test it out. I'm going to be testing it out a bunch more. And I would say it's one of the coolest features Claude has ever shipped. Honestly, it's sick. So I'll see you in the next one. Have a lovely rest of your day. Peace out.